That was just horrible. Okay? That was just horrible. Thank God for the Boogeyman. He come and saved the day.
All right, we've got a few minutes left, and I want to throw something in here that Sportskeeda didn't ask, but I'm going to ask you guys because I saw somebody give a list recently that I was like, I've never thought of this list before. You guys may have, but I haven't. Everybody wants to know the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. Who are the top four faces that pit on Mount Rushmore? And we've talked about that before. But here's one I've never thought of, and I actually had to sit down and kind of, make my own list. But when it comes to the Mount Rushmore, who are your 4 top tag teams that would go on Mount Rushmore? And it's a lot harder than it sounds. I'm going to give you my 4, give you guys time to just kind of think about your top 4. But my top 4 tag teams, just over all the years of wrestling, this is not current or anything else, it's just over all the years, for me, was Doom, Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express, and the Road Warriors. That was my 4 top tag teams. I'm curious what you guys would have chose.
Well, you took mine just then. The only one I didn't. You just I didn't have the Road Warriors in there. I had Rock and Roll, Midnight Express. I had Doom, and I had there's another tag team there. The Keita and Ivan, the Koloffs.
Yep, and there's one. I got a whole list. I was about to go over 2 and name some other ones. Bill, how about you?
The original Fabulous Kangaroos, Al Costello and Roy Heffernan.
You're going way back in the time machine.
Going way, way back in the time machine, because that's the era that I grew up in. Road Warriors, absolutely. Mr. Fuji and Professor Tanaka.
Ooh, another good one.
Way back.
Yeah, one more.
Yeah, let me think of who. Wow, I'm thinking way back. I'm thinking the Briscoes, but they were more known as single wrestlers. Jack and Jerry, I'm talking about. The Red Bastien and Lou Klein were known as the Bastien brothers. When I was a kid, they, along with Mark Lewin and Don Curtis, flip-flop, either one, those would be mine.
All right, now, after we've all given our things, and we're all fairly similar, except Bill, yours are a little bit older, which is understandable.
Ole and Gene Anderson.
Yep, but you've already given me 4. You've already given me 4.
The Minnesota Wrecking Crew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I will take out one of my choices, the Bastien brothers, and I will put in Ole and Gene Anderson.
All right, now let me give you the other tag teams that we didn't mention. The Dudley Boys. One of the most decorated tag teams of all time. Another name we missed. The Fabulous Freebirds. Another great tag team. The Hart Foundation.
They were 3 people.
But still, it was Freebird rules. That's why.
Once again, they were 3 people, Mac.
But still, but they always wrestled.
What do we have to do to try?
I'm going to knock you out. The other tag teams include the Hart Foundation, which is another huge tag team from back in the Attitude Era and even before that. The Hardys. The Hardys. You forgot about the Hardys. You got there's one that I kicked myself in the head after I made my list and I started looking at the other tag teams. And the one that I kicked myself in the head that I missed was the Steiners.
Oh, yeah.
How do you not remember the Steiners as one of the great tag teams? I mean, that's the kind of thing, when you start looking back at the tag teams, you realize Harlem Heat, another fantastic tag team.
Great.
That's right.
The Wild Samoans, another great tag team. Mega Powers, Hogan and Savage.
You'd run out of rock trying to put all these people.
Hogan and Savage was not a regular tag team.
Yeah. And if you want to talk about tag teams, then I can put myself over a little bit too. I tagged up with The Rock and Jack Doan against Rikishi. You remember that?
Yep.
Teddy Long can really wrestle. If you want to see
what
a
about
great
Doom?
match.
What about Doom?
Oh, I mentioned Doom. Doom was on my list.
With them. I did a 6-man with them one time overseas against the Dudleys. It was Devon and Bubba and Spike.
Did you go through a table?
No. No.
Get the tables, Teddy.
One of the best matches I have ever seen. You need to go on to the WWE Network, Peacock, wherever that is now, and pull up the match with Teddy Long versus Eric Bischoff. One of the best matches you will ever see.
That was just horrible. Okay? That was just horrible. Thank God for the Boogeyman. He come and saved the day. Cause
I meant to bring that up when we had Eric on our road trip after hours podcast.
At that time, because I was so nervous, I don't know, halfway what I'm doing, and I said, Lord, I can't mess up. This is going to ring me out. So I was just wanting that to get over with, man. But
well, let me ask you, now that you mentioned that you were afraid that Vince is going to ream you out, after that match, when you got in the back, what did Vince say?
He's laughing.
He thought it was funny.
It was very entertaining.
It was very much a train wreck. If you guys are wondering, go look it up. You'll enjoy the match.
And then, like I said,
Teddy said it was entertaining. That's what Vince wanted.
And what I'm saying, it may have been better than what I'm thinking. I've always been so critical of my own work.
I don't know that it was that entertaining either. I love Teddy's work. That was not some of his best work, I promise.
No.
Was Eric in his dojo costume? Was he in his karate outfit?
He was wearing a tracksuit. If I'm, isn't
that's
that right?
it. Okay. That's all I had. Yeah.
Yeah, it was it was something else. All right, that's it. We're out of time, guys. Look, I don't know when this is going to air, but if I don't see you two before Christmas gets here, Merry Christmas, and Merry Christmas to everyone who's watching or listening to us. We certainly appreciate the fact that you're here, and hope you have a fantastic holiday with your family. And guys, I hope you do too.
Oh, yeah, man. Thank you so much. Same to you, man. Happy holidays to you and Bill and to all your families and to everybody over at Sportskeeda and all you guys over there. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to them and their families.
Absolutely. All right. That's it. We're out of time. I'm Mac Davis, and this has been the Wrestling Time Machine. My two co-hosts that'll be back again next week are WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long and, of course, our pro wrestling journalist, Mr. Bill Apter. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you at the matches.